What's up, everyone? Spiro here with Destination Adventure Outdoors. I'm going to go over a couple things on the Flow Hives. I'm out here working in the bee yard tonight, and we got some wacky weather here in northwest Georgia and across the country where it's actually was like 74 degrees today. I've been feeding the bees some sugar water, which I made a video the other day on how to do that, and now that they found it, they're really sucking it down. So Flow Hive is an invention, a new type of beehive, which is just the flow frames made in Australia. And with this, they have a process to easily harvest the honey. So I have a very busy schedule. I travel a lot, I work long hours, and I want simplicity. So with the simplicity comes the Flow Hive. There is nothing different about using a Flow Hive than keeping regular bees. You still have a brood box, you still have to maintain, you still have to go in and inspect, you still have to treat for mites, hive beetles, all the above. The only difference is when it comes to harvest time. So instead of putting a flow super on top, you put frames of what they invented. These are flow frames. So if you can see in the picture there, these frames are currently closed. So what the bees do is they come in and they, over time, will put a coating of wax on this, and then they'll start going in and just filling in all the little empty spaces. Once all the little empty spaces are filled in, then they'll start filling it and then capping it. And what you want to do is don't harvest until you look on the outside window of your Flow Hive and it's completely capped. And then once that occurs, you take a key that they send you. I recommend getting 2 of these, so get an extra one when you order it, because as the season goes on, the wax gets tough. You can go in opposite directions and it's easier to crack. So once you do that, you put the key, fits in the bottom portion here, put it all the way in, and you're going to turn it. And when you turn it, you see how those shift, and what that does is that causes the wax to break that's holding it together, and all the honey falls down. Now once all the honey falls down, falls to the bottom chamber, does not fall through. It is completely sealed down here. This tube here attaches to it. You can see in there, I got some videos of me actually harvesting. Got tubes come with each one. Goes in, flow emblem up, and then you got the harvest of the tube. Now what's good is I have a bunch of the Flow Hive 2s, which come with built-in levelers, the feet, all the above, and you want to make sure there's a slight tilt so all the honey falls to the front. The other nice thing too about it is you have windows that you can observe your bees and also check to see if the outer wall is fully capped and you know you're ready to harvest. So what they do is the bees will go in and they work middle, front, 2 back, and then they work their way out. So that's why when you look at the outer ones and you know they're fully capped on the outside frames, then you know the middle are definitely ready to harvest. And then obviously the outside are ready to harvest because they're going to fill the middle first, and then they're going to work their way out towards the windows of the hive. I'm going to show you without hopefully getting stung, because I'm not putting anything on and the bees are going crazy right now because I'm feeding them. But I'm going to come over here. This specific hive, here, I only have 1 brood box on. And then I have the flow super. I always keep the flow super on year-round. Bees utilize it sometimes they don't. Got 1 working there, but with me feeding them, if we got another week or so of warm weather and another cold front's moving in, so I'm gonna pack them full of sugar water. You see here, we got the double brood box hive. And that's always been my strongest hive. I don't know why, but that thing's always packed. This upcoming season, I'm probably gonna have to put a 3rd brood box on it. Always get harvests out of that one, sometimes 2 in a year. We have a couple other flow hives in the back. And then I have another one that's in the garage that I need to add this upcoming season. I'm going to split that big one there, and then also a couple nukes I'm going to make with a split, and we'll add some more. But right now, feeding the bees, out in the bee yard, cleaning up. Wanted to just real quick go over the flow hives. There's a lot of misconceptions on it, but again, for me, time is money. You got to go out, you got to buy the harvester, you got to take the time, spin all the honey out, and then after that whole entire process, you still got to go in and clean the equipment. With the flow hive, you crack the frames, fill your jars, seal it back up, turn the key in the top part. Once that's done, the bees go in, soak up the excess honey, restore it, and recap, and then they do it all over again. You don't have any other cleanup other than wiping the jars off if you spill a little honey while harvesting. I highly recommend it. I'm an ambassador for Flow Hive, so if anybody ever has any questions, post some comments. I'm on their website. Shoot me an email. I'll get back to you. And I hope everybody goes out and gets one. You know, they said we got a big loss in bee population, and you know, do your part. Get some bees. And who doesn't love fresh honey? Don't mind the mess. I gotta clean. When the springtime comes, we'll replant a bunch of wildflowers. Thanks for watching. Hope this benefits someone. Hope you go out and buy a flow hive. Please subscribe, like, comment. I'm here to help. Thanks for watching.